Good morning. Today we are going to discuss the taxonomy of projects, or in common language, the different types of projects. Before discussing the types of projects, we actually are required to see on how many bases the projects can be differentiated. There are basically four or five broad types of basis on which the projects can be differentiated. First type is differentiation happening on the basis of type of activities that the project is going to perform. Second is location of the project. Third is project completion time. There are projects which can be completed in the shortest possible time, like 15 days, 1 month, 3 months, 4 months, right? And there are projects which are going to take 5 years, 10 years. So based upon the project completion time, the projects can be differentiated. Then the ownership type, and last is, which is the most important type of the project or differentiation type of the product, is based upon the needs. Projects differentiated on the basis of their needs. So differentiation of the projects based upon their needs is primarily very simple. If you put logic to it, then most of the types you will be able to identify on your own. But let's see how textbooks are differentiating the project on the basis of their need. The first type of project differentiated on the basis of need is the new project. New project, as we all know, that any location wherein no previous work has been done, there is any project which is new, any idea which is new, any outcome which is new, is going to give us the new project. Second type is the balancing projects. Balancing projects are basically very interesting. Let's imagine two setups. One setup is able to produce, let's say, 50 units per day, and second setup is taking all the output of the project one or first project, but the second project has the capacity to take 60 units per day, right? So there is a gap between the output of the first project and the input of the second project. 60 minus 50 is 10 units. So whenever the project's output are fed into another section or subsection or another project, and that output differentiation is required to be managed, then that managing project is basically called as the balancing project. Expansion projects are very simple. We all know companies are going concern. We all know the economies are growing. We all know that market size is going to keep on growing. So every company is required to expand as per the market expansion rate. Expansion would come in form of increasing the production capacity, increasing the market size, increasing the staff size. So production capacity actually is more technical, and that comes into the purview of our own expansion of the project. So whenever output of any existing company or machinery set is tried to be increased, then it is known as the expansion project. Modernization project is, all of us know, the world has started seeing changes since late 1990s. And since then, every year new technology is coming, every year new machinery is coming, every year new breakthroughs are happening in science and technology area, and customers are having the access to information in unprecedented manner. So based upon that information, they also change their mood, requirement, and appreciation acceptance of any product or project. So all the products are basically required to suit to the requirement of the customers who are actually going to purchase those products. And if the project is ancient, or let's say a bit of earlier time, then customers would start rejecting the product. That rejection, in order to stop that rejection, the companies are required to modernize their product offerings, and in order to modernize the products, they are required to modernize their machinery. In order to modernize the machinery, they are required to modernize the setup. That's why the modernization projects happen. Next is replacement project. That also is understandable, because whenever anything, I believe you guys can remember the product life cycle. So every product has phases: introduction, growth, maturity, decline, and demise. So whenever decline phase is there, we all can remember the BCG matrix also, wherein four categories of companies were there: star, dogs, cash cows, and question marks. The idea of reviving a dog company is basically either markets coming and let the company die or project die or the product die, or to infuse new technology, new machinery, new concept. So either it's going to become revival of a dog is going to become either the modernization project or it's going to become the replacement project, because companies are always there to stay. So whenever any company is doing away with its existing set of machinery and is trying to install new machinery to offer new or better equipped products to the market, to their consumers, then it is known as replacement project. Diversification projects are very easy to understand, because let's say if a company is offering a product in one particular area, let's say one company is making light bulbs, right? And now they want to start making the televisions. So televisions have very little in common with the light bulbs apart from current and wires. That simply means the company is required to start a totally new set of machinery with new technology, with new set of staff at a different land or different piece of land. Right? So whenever any company, instead of continuing with its own existing product line, starts operating or starts offering different products to different consumers in different markets, then it is called the attempt of diversification. And for every diversification, since the new setup is required, since the new machine, new staff is required, and this is the basic definition of the project. The concept has to be totally new. The concept has to be totally unique. So since that newness is there, that's why whenever any company is diversifying, the projects are known as diversification projects. Backward integration and forward integration, basically we all can understand very easily. Let's say we all can understand that first raw material is going to be taken out of the earth, then it is going to be processed into some usable metal or material, then that metal or material is going to be casted into different products or different items or different machineries, and then those items are going to put to final use. So we know raw material, goods in process, finished goods. So whenever any company is trying to go backward in the direction from finished goods to raw material side, then the projects are called as backward integration. And if the company is going forward in the direction, then it is called as forward integration. So raw material to finished good is forward integration. Finished good to raw material is the backward integration. New projects are, if anything new is to be offered, then the projects are called as new projects. In order to offer something new to the market, the basic requirement of the management team is to find the gap in terms of needs of customers and what the market is offering. Let's say a customer wants a banana shake, and in market there are only bananas available. So no banana can ever be treated as banana shake. That's why we are able to find the gaps in the market. What customers needs are going to keep on changing, customers requirements are going to keep on changing, because customer is getting equipped with the information every second, new information, and that new information actually changes the perception of the customer. So customers, if even if he or she is happy with an existing product in the market, we cannot assume that the customer is going to remain happy forever with the same product. Customers want modernization, customers want new technology, customers want innovation in their life, customers, that all those new things actually brings in excitement in the lives of the customers. So customers do want something exciting, something new, something which is not there in the market, which can give them the exclusive feeling. That's why the first requirement of a new project is to identify the gap between needs of the customer and the products that are being offered in the market. Then new projects are gonna be attempting to fill that gap. A new project that identifies a new product for which there is a demand from the customers, or it can be a project for a production of a product that is already in the market, but the demand for which is excessive in supply, leaving a gap to be filled in. Balancing project. That much I have told you initially. If there are two different sections in which that set of machineries have different outputs, and output of one machinery is not matching with the input of second machinery, then the balancing projects are required. If a first machinery set is giving output of, let's say, 50 units, and second set of machinery is able to take only 40 units, then we are left with 10 surplus unit as goods in process lying in waiting to get the second processing done on them. Let's say first set of machinery is able to offer 50 products in a day, output of 50 products, and second set of machinery is able to take in 60 products or 60 output. Then again, a particular part of that machinery, the second set of machinery, is gonna lay idle. Both the things, the idle, ideally lying raw material and idle part of machinery, both are bad for the company. That's why the balancing projects happen. Expansion projects are, I've told you, whenever anything the size, capacity, quality is increased, it is known as the expansion projects. Modernization, incorporating all the innovations, technology, new machinery, new education, anything if you are trying to incorporate, then simply means you are modernizing your project. And that modernization would actually increase the efficiency of the resources. And that increased efficiency would reduce the cost. That's why the modernization projects are undertaken. Because every time a project is modernized, they maximize the efficiency. Maximum efficiency always ensures the least possible cost. The least cost always ensures the maximum possible profit. Replacement projects, you are going to do away with the existing set of machinery, you are going to install the new machinery, replacement project. Diversification, related diversification, unrelated diversification. Backward integration from finished product to raw material, forward integration from raw material to finished product. Both projects are basically one of the most common terms used in the market wherein the projects are handled. It is it is not very difficult to understand. It is an acronym. B stands for build, O stands for own, second O stands for operate, and fourth T stands for transfer. So build, own, operate, and transfer projects. These are the most talked about projects in the market. There are n number of companies which actually execute the projects on behalf of other companies. All the projects somehow, somewhere down the line, are going to become the company. So whenever a project management company undertakes a project, they build, they install the project, they install the machinery, they build the machinery or set up to the functional, that is the operational part. Then they own the project because now they want to show the efficiency, they want to show the profitability to the final customer. And last is transfer, that the project is going to get transferred to the final customer.